He has his Puck's bottle. I don't think he realized when he was TPing that he gave it to him. Okay, there we go. He's gonna give it back. But yeah, this guy just needs levels. That's Underlord's main thing. The faster you can get level 7, the better, because then you can just...
Believe that they... I don't know. I'm not sure what the thought was there. They're like coming to invade the jungle, I guess? I'm not sure.
Yeah, especially considering they don't have like vision up that hill or anything. Like, what's OD realistically going to contribute in that situation? The guy doesn't have boots. He's got like 2 nulls and a glove of haste. So even though OD's base movement speed is pretty good, it's not good enough to run away from getting coiled.
Iga, he is not going to stop running at you. That is for damn certain. Very well played by them as they made that move down bottom, able to punish Moxie's overextension. You know, I want to go back again to that point that you were talking about where, you know, Magical missed the coil. It felt like there were a couple moments last game where he wasn't necessarily like playing the most clean Puck performance ever, but it just feels like it's this hero, right? Like this hero is so strong, and now they might end up losing the OD again. Like it's so easy for him. That hero does so much work, and it's crazy that they've gotten it first phase both games.
Yeah, I don't know. I can understand thinking that people overvalue a hero. Like, you mentioned they don't prioritize it, but if you lose to it 2 games in a row in fairly convincing fashion, I think it's time to rethink your position. You know, because I'm of the mind that Puck is really strong at the moment. His new talents help him out. The cast range even is really nice at level 10. Magical, I think, opted the damage last game, but just getting that extra coil range, being able to move further with the Waning Rift, all this other stuff. Like, there's so many quality of life changes for this hero that kind of just put it over the top, in my opinion. In addition to coil always having been a great teamfight utility, and it also dealing instant damage again. So everything about the hero is strong. We're gonna see the vanish here.
Quick fingers.
I mean, it's actually just, I guess if they're on land, yeah, it is about who clicks faster, right?
That middle tower is having a bad day.
They get both.
Yeah, you hate to see it. Is this going to be 2 games in a row where they get double outposted at 10 and 20 minutes?
I don't know. It's looking a little bit rough here. Again, you talk about it though, the PL getting farmed, but you look at the next 4 and it was Doom that was above the OD there for a moment. And I guess, you know, maybe this all ends up changing, and in a couple weeks people are like, oh yeah, Puck is actually trash. But right now, at least it feels like we haven't seen a great answer for it, and he has been controlling this game in a lot of ways.
Well, if you think about it, the heroes that really shut down Puck are heroes with silences, which are not very prevalent at the moment.
Yeah.
Like, you don't see a lot of, you know, silencers, stuff like that. You don't see Nyx Assassin, who's another hero that's really good against Puck, because Nyx is like the worst hero in the game. I mean, there's just not a lot of things that are picked currently in the meta that really crush him. Like, Lion is another hero, you know, Blink Hex, Shadow Shaman, Blink Hex. Those are the types of things that really hurt Puck's gameplay, and none of those heroes are really being picked, so.
Just gonna chase down Taga here, and he will die, saving the Doom for that. So, tier 1 tower likely to fall.
Dire's top tower
This is looking mighty good for Navi at the moment. 2,000 gold lead. Granted, it is again with that caveat of a Phantom Lancer who's been able to get into the Yasha now. Looks like he's gonna turn. Zayat's still here. He's running away. Gotta be careful about this. If they bring in some more heroes, they drop the Doom. This is your carry. Can they catch him out though in time? I don't know if they're gonna be able to. He's still moving rather quickly. And with Crystallize in the area, yeah, they're just not gonna be able to find that kill on a PL.
Look where we're coming in here.
Chase, Static Storm down, but the TD Puck, even in the Static Storm, is out damaging this Disruptor combination as they chase him down next. They lose both the Earthshaker Disruptor on opposite sides of the map, and not going to be able to force the rest of Liquid back.
It feels like, to me, 2 games in a row that Liquid open up like with a pretty decent support combination. Like obviously Earthshaker and Disruptor are comfort picks for them, and then they pick a hero for Mickey that has like a pretty good matchup, but then they pick another farming hero for mid. It actually just happens every single game, and every time I see Liquid do this, they just end up running into this problem where during the mid game, like these supports are being spread too thin. Like they have to protect the PL, they have to protect the OD. Like if they're not in the right position at the right time, every time, they're just like losing these heroes. Whereas, you know, Navi, they pick Puck because it's a pretty ambiguously strong laner. There's not too many matchups where you feel really miserable as a Puck. And since TA has been first phase banned, which is one of the worst matchups ever for Puck, you normally just kind of have that okay lane. And Puck doesn't need to crush it, just needs the lane to be good enough to hit 6, then you start doing stuff on the map and you help your team snowball the side lanes. So, yeah. I don't know, I think it's just like Liquid's mentality of how they pick these heroes. I mean, obviously there's always gameplay involved. You can always play the game better. I'm not gonna, ever argue that. But it feels like they pick themselves into these situations where both their mid and their safe lane just want to hit creeps.
Sure enough. Been wanting to see where this mango tree is gonna get dropped. As wherever it is, they need to be able to make sure that they can hit more creeps there. So we'll see where they end up playing this one down. But that does feel like it's the name of the game now for the next couple of minutes, is just sit back, absorb whatever you can, secure your jungle. You can see all these wards by Liquid are placed very defensively, try and protect these areas of the map where PL is wanting to feel safe. And meanwhile, Na'Vi, they're getting some pretty decent aggressive vision down. So having ideas where Liquid are going to be playing. And we're getting close to the next round of bounty runes. Looks like the Abba is going to be able to be down bottom and securing those possibly, although Navi could just walk in and probably force Boxy back as well.
Yeah, this Abba is going to be fairly ineffective, and it's not really his fault. It's just because of the rest of his team. If your team can't fight and you're playing Abba, all you can really do is show on side lanes and try to force heroes to TP to kill you.
This is a nice timing for them if they can take down Zayat. He just ran out of his Devour, but instead just turns and dooms the Earthshaker, and now what was looking like it could have been a good gank setup is just another dead support for Liquid, and they're gonna lose Insania as well. One by one, Liquid just keep on losing their supports. Again, not the end of the world as you're still getting farm on the cores, but at some point, you gotta make some kills happen.
I just don't know how they're gonna do it. Like, what is the... I mean, OD does a lot of damage. There's no disputing that. But he can't really walk in. Like, if the Puck is off the map and you know that Coil's up and he gets coiled, he has to snap it, basically. He has to walk out, which means the Abba has to be there. And if they're not, like, together as 4, they're not taking an engagement. It's just not gonna happen. All right, they are deep here. We'll see what happens.
Boxy. Oh, good fissure. Nicely played there to interrupt the chase down, so Boxy will live through that. But now Insania, he's in a bit too deep. Drops the Static Storm. That is maybe going to be a chance for them to kill this dude. Astral, chase. But Magical jumps in. He finds the kill onto Insania, and they back away. So they still manage to sneak that kill, but it was a winner's curse forced out at the very least. But right now, this game is feeling all Na'Vi.
Is Dire going to let that middle tower hold?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just feeling the same vibes that I did from game 1, where Navi's draft just feels very straightforward and easy to play, and Liquid are the ones who have to basically do everything, but they just don't have the damage.
Oh. A little bit of a misplay there. That was not the real PL.
I mean, let's be honest, the margin for error on Navi's lineup right now is massive. They could mess up like 5 times, and I think, the game would still be close at that point. I'm trying to think if there's like anything else. Because like you have this Abaddon off lane, right?
Yes.
Like what is the purpose of this hero in this game? Like what does he accomplish besides maybe pressuring Crystallize in the lane? They did get the first blood on the Lifestealer, but after that point, what did he do? Like, who is he enabling in this game?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh no. OD, chase forward, Zayat thinking about going a bit further forward. They do have the Yule Scepter lift up. Doom onto Quakeva, the chase down. They have the Winter's Curse afterwards, which means they will be able to take both of these heroes out, as Disruptor also is going to die. Like, there's just nothing that Liquid can do at all. They don't have an answer to anything.
Yeah, they got no damage. They did this thing where they have a 3 position that doesn't do any damage, and then they have a safe lane that needs farm, and then they have a mid lane that does damage but also needs farm. And I don't know how you're supposed to play these lineups. Like, I feel like they're so hard to execute.
Yeah.
Like, sure, you have a Disruptor and a Shaker, but, you know, because this Disruptor is maxing Glimpse, he doesn't even have, like, multiple points into Thunderstrike. So it's not even like the Disruptor build that you normally see, where this guy does some good DPS.
Another round. They got him caught. Insania just in the grave. Again, Boxy trying to escape from Zayat. This is your position 4 Doom that's a level ahead Boxy and same level as Quakeva. He has had a monster impact in this game. The thing to me that's crazy about it is that, yes, that like they had a game that looked like this yesterday, but they also had a couple games where they were able to come back and look really solid. So it just doesn't feel like the same Liquid that we saw yesterday. As Quakeva has a haste rune, oftentimes we've seen these bait people into bad positions, and it's going to be another time done as Quakeva just dies in his own jungle underneath the ward. Oof.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they spread themselves too thin. Like, they make it so hard on themselves with these types of heroes. They're going to find Crystallize here. Oh no, the Battlefield misses, and he gets the rage before the Jesus.
Oh God.
They can't get a break, man. But it's their heroes, like, honestly. I would say that game 1 was a draft win, and game 2 might honestly just even be a draft win as well. I mean, there's still stuff, you know, that they can do. The PL is still the highest net worth. He's working his way towards Diffusal Blade. If that timing hits, and it hits well, and they're able to take a couple of engagements, you know, I could see them turning the game. But if things keep going as they are right now, we're gonna see probably another like 35-minute throne.
Yeah. Well, and now it's Navi's turn to head on into the Roche pit. You talked about Lifestealer going for that Mjolnir. He already has the Maelstrom done with the Heaven's Halberd. So OD is just like out of the game, I think. He's been trying to work on this Aghanim Scepter. I want to see what like his item progression timeline is looking like at the end of this game, because he just, I mean, they need to make space for one of the cores, and PL is their win condition. So that's what's been going on. Poor old Quakeva.
Yeah. For Liquid, it seems like their MO is they put a lot of pressure on themselves from the 4 and the 5 position, and then 2 games in a row, their 3 basically can't even play Dota, and then their 1 is farming well still. But because of that, and no one else like being a playmaker, means that their mid player is always going to suffer too. Because if your mid's not a playmaker, and your PL is soaking up your side of the map because he has to, then what does Quakeva do? Like, well, what's he going to do when his mid player needs, you know, his side of the map? And I mean, Mickey is doing what he can to play aggressive and like not farm his own jungle, because it's really hard for OD to side lane compared to a PL. But man, it's, I don't know. I don't know what they were hoping to accomplish with these heroes.
Well, they got a pretty good item there for the PL, as Zayat is going to be pulled back in but able to escape afterwards, and now maybe it's a chance to turn this back around. He's got a Blink Dagger. They've got a big tasty treat inside of this puck. They solo coil the Disruptor and just going to take him down, as Boxy next is on the menu. They're going to chase down this Abba, kill him off afterwards, and one by one, all of Liquid fall down.
Back to the drawing board, boys. Different approach next time.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much all I can think of.
Well, if Liquid do not win this game, they'll have at least one more game, but that could potentially be it if they're not able to win this next game here that we're playing, because they would drop down to the lower bracket best of ones. We'll see how that ends up working. Oh, excuse me. No, they wouldn't. I'm dumb. They still have another series afterwards. They have to play a game later on today. That's the next game that we're talking about.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't completely sure, you know. I always assume that you're the smart one here, so I'm just
It's a terrible
I'm just
assumption.
I'm along for the ride, okay?
All right, well, we'll see how this ends up going. 22 minutes, 21-4. And we will see where they decide to go next. Again, we talked about it, Diffusal Blade for PL. It is done at this stage. He looks like he wants to go towards a Heart next, also as an Imp Claw. And I was mentioning that like they had gotten the Vam Brace on Lifestealer, which to me feels like not quite as good as an Imp Claw this game, so that's something going their way.
I mean, it's more about... The M-Claw for the PL is bigger, like, no doubt, because he needs the damage. He wants to go into the fights, you know, kill the Wyvern, mana drain the PL, maybe kill the Doom if you're, you know, really, really lucky. But his team just can't, like...
bottom tower is under attack.
His team is so helpless, like, without him there. It's really a struggle to be in this type of position as a 1, where you're looking at it and you're going, my team can make actually 0 plays. Like, I have to do almost everything. I guess Taiga does have a blink, so that's like a really big thing here for Liquid. They got the smoke in his inventory right now, so if they want to go for that sort of play, this is a decent timing. They certainly do enough damage to get kills. That's never really been an issue. It's more about how do the fights start. Like you get a fissure and then maybe hope that the static storm is enough to kill a hero, but honestly, a lot of the time, no one's in position to follow it.
Oh no!
It's usually nice
Mickey, Chase wants to run. Oh, Manta dodges the Doom. God, that would have been so tragic. Everybody else TP'd away. Now all of Liquid is running to try and help them out. Can they make this work, though? They're going to be able to find that Doom onto the PL. They've used it already. Crystallized chasing the coil there on to 3. Static Storm, they just want to keep them alive. They have 2 Astrals, though. This could maybe work out for them, but they're going to turn now on to Quakefa. This isn't the way that they wanted the fight to start, but it could still work for Liquid if they can manage to get out, but they're not going to get out with everybody. They're going to lose Quakefa. Big Echo Slam. Is it going to be enough? Winter Wyvern Curse already onto that Earthshaker, chasing for more, but they lose Mickey. He buys back immediately. They need to take down Liquid here, or rather Navi here, if they want to make a chance at this game work at all, but back out again. There's going to be the glimpse, trying to hold on if at all possible and see if they can force the fight onto Crystallize, but they might have bitten off more than they can chew as they chase forward again. The Mjolnir charges going out every which way. Mickey chase, Mickey dead. That's a dieback, and with that, it looks like it's going to be a set of racks, if not more.
I mean, if the other one was live, the whole base would be dead. Like, the hero would have had so much damage from the atrophy permanent damage, and Pasha's mad. He's like, dude, I wanted that damage. Hook me up, dude. Yeah, this has been a massacre of the series. Navi has played it very well. I like their drafts a lot. They always have a hero that can make stuff happen.
Yeah.
I do
not thank. We are going to see a further chase forward. Crystallize, beating into Taiga. The duration of the rage are going to save him. Seeing those Astrals, the Aghanim Scepter was completed on the OD, but only a small retribution because they still don't have their PL for 40 seconds. I mean, God, how tragic is that? You get like all of the items, the huge timing that you want, and then everybody TPs away, and it's like your PL just left alone top. Oh, couldn't have gone any worse for them.
Yeah, the being highest net worth and then die backing and then all of a sudden being below both the enemy cores, that's a really, really big problem.
No.
I mean, I don't really think there's much else to say. It's kind of just like Liquid's lineup really does not want to play from behind, like at any point in the game. And unfortunately, they just can't seem to win the lanes. Like every game, you know, they got double outposted at 10 minutes and then 20 minutes. And then this game, I can't remember if they got a 20-minute one. But they did get double outposted at 10. Quite getting jumped here.
Yeah, there were bigger issues than just the outposts in this one that were going on at that point in the game. But the BKB out for the position for Zayat, who's hanging onto the Doom. He's not even going to need to use it on Quakefa if he doesn't want to. Foxy is going to die. Magical jumps in, finds the kill with his puck. They're not even deciding to buy back as of yet because it is too difficult to try and find a kill. Now they're going to bring back in that OD. He does have Sanity's Eclipse back up in 3 seconds. If he can make something happen, try and build up some of these charges. He keeps on having to use them all defensively to save his other cores, so he's not even getting the benefit of that. They lose the PL. Now they're going to lose the OD. GG. GG is called as Taiga valiantly tries to increase their kill percentage, but it is not going to work. 33-6, a beatdown in our first series of the day.
Yeah. If I'm Liquid, I'm going back to the drafts and going, okay, where did it go wrong? Because I didn't really mind their